In recent years, Bitcoin has moved from the shadows of digital innovation to the center stage of finance. Governments, businesses, and investors are paying more attention to this digital currency and its impact on the global economy. One of the most important developments in the United States is the introduction of the U.S. Bitcoin Act. But what is the U.S. Bitcoin Act? How does it affect Bitcoin, cryptocurrency regulation, and the future of finance in the U.S.? In this video, we'll explore the key points of the U.S. Bitcoin Act, the role it plays in cryptocurrency legislation, and what it could mean for you as an investor or everyday user of Bitcoin. The U.S. Bitcoin Act is a proposed piece of legislation introduced in Congress with the goal of providing a comprehensive framework for the legal treatment of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in the United States. In essence, the bill seeks to formalize the role of Bitcoin as a legitimate regulated asset class and establish the legal and regulatory guidelines needed to ensure its integration into the broader financial system. The bill is being discussed in the context of growing calls for clearer regulation around cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. As the U.S. government faces pressure from both supporters and critics of digital currencies, the Bitcoin Act is part of a broader effort to address the increasing adoption and use of cryptocurrencies. The need for such legislation arises from the growing popularity of Bitcoin, which has seen widespread adoption in recent years, both as a store of value and as a medium of exchange. However, the rapid growth of the cryptocurrency market has also led to questions about how it should be regulated. One of the main challenges with Bitcoin is its lack of clear legal guidelines. While Bitcoin is largely unregulated in the U.S., it is also subject to varying rules across different states and agencies. This uncertainty creates risks for investors, businesses, and even government agencies trying to enforce laws related to money laundering, taxation, and consumer protection. The U.S. Bitcoin Act is designed to provide clarity and consistency on these issues, ensuring that Bitcoin is treated as a legally recognized asset while addressing the regulatory gaps that currently exist. So, what are the key components of the U.S. Bitcoin Act? Let's break it down. One of the first things the U.S. Bitcoin Act addresses is the classification of Bitcoin as a commodity. In essence, the bill clarifies that Bitcoin is not a currency in the traditional sense, but a commodity like gold or oil. This classification would place Bitcoin under the regulatory authority of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, which already oversees futures and derivatives for other commodities. This approach would allow Bitcoin to be regulated within existing frameworks, while ensuring that it doesn't fall under the purview of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, which regulates traditional securities like stocks and bonds. Another major component of the Bitcoin Act is the emphasis on anti-money laundering, AML, and Know Your Customer, KYC, regulations. These provisions require businesses dealing with Bitcoin, such as exchanges, wallet providers, and brokers, to implement strict identification and verification processes. The goal is to prevent illegal activities such as money laundering, terrorism financing, and tax evasion, which have been concerns for governments worldwide as cryptocurrencies become more mainstream. By enforcing these standards, the U.S. Bitcoin Act seeks to ensure that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are not used for illicit activities. One of the more significant aspects of the U.S. Bitcoin Act involves the clarification of tax policies surrounding Bitcoin. Currently, Bitcoin is treated as property by the IRS, meaning that any gains from Bitcoin are subject to capital gains tax. The Bitcoin Act proposes a more detailed set of tax rules, potentially making it easier for individuals and businesses to comply with tax obligations related to Bitcoin transactions. Additionally, the Act may introduce measures that allow for tax reporting improvements for individuals and businesses that use Bitcoin, potentially helping streamline the process of filing taxes for crypto-related activities. Consumer protection is another key element of the Bitcoin Act. The bill includes provisions designed to protect everyday users of Bitcoin from fraud, hacking, and scams, issues that have been rampant in the cryptocurrency space. By setting clear guidelines for exchanges and service providers, the Bitcoin Act aims to ensure that consumers have recourse if their funds are stolen or if they are misled by fraudulent schemes. This would help legitimize the market, boost confidence in Bitcoin, and potentially encourage more adoption from mainstream financial institutions and everyday users. Now let's take a look at the political side of the US Bitcoin Act. While cryptocurrency often transcends political lines, certain aspects of the Bitcoin Act have garnered support from conservative circles, particularly Trump supporters who see this bill as aligning with key conservative economic principles. Trump supporters may find the Bitcoin Act appealing for several reasons, primarily related to the values of economic freedom, market innovation, and anti-regulation, which were central to the former president's platform. First and foremost, the Bitcoin Act represents an opportunity for economic freedom, a key tenet of conservative economic policy. By treating Bitcoin as a commodity and allowing the market to decide its value without excessive government interference, the Bitcoin Act can be seen as aligning with the belief in a free market economy. Many Trump supporters believe that government overreach stifles innovation, and Bitcoin is seen as a symbol of decentralized financial freedom. Rather than regulating Bitcoin as a currency, which could be subject to stricter controls, treating it as a commodity ensures that Bitcoin remains free from traditional banking systems and government manipulation. Second, Trump supporters, particularly those aligned with the idea of deregulation, might view the Bitcoin Act as an important step in embracing financial innovation. By creating a clear legal framework for Bitcoin and other digital currencies, the Act encourages the development of new technologies and financial services without overburdening them with unnecessary regulations. This is consistent with Trump's economic policies, which emphasized cutting red tape and encouraging entrepreneurship. Supporting Bitcoin as an innovative asset could also be seen as a way to attract investment and jobs in emerging industries like blockchain and cryptocurrency. Another reason Trump supporters might back the Bitcoin Act is its potential to enhance national security and economic competitiveness. As Bitcoin becomes more widely adopted, it is crucial for the U.S. to maintain its leadership in the global financial system. By creating a legal and regulatory framework for Bitcoin, the U.S. can ensure that it remains a hub for cryptocurrency development and innovation, reducing the risk of losing dominance to countries with more favorable regulatory environments, such as Switzerland or Singapore. Finally, the consumer protection aspects of the Bitcoin Act are another point of alignment, ensuring that Bitcoin exchanges and businesses meet basic standards of security, transparency, and accountability may appeal to those who value the protection of American consumers from fraud and exploitation. While some may criticize government regulation as unnecessary, many conservatives believe that basic safeguards are needed to protect consumers without stifling the innovation that Bitcoin represents. What impact would the US Bitcoin Act have on the market and the broader financial ecosystem? The passage of the Bitcoin Act could signal a significant shift in how the US treats cryptocurrencies. By formally recognizing Bitcoin as a commodity and providing a clear legal framework, it could pave the way for institutional adoption and greater integration of Bitcoin into the global economy. For businesses, this may mean fewer regulatory hurdles when interacting with Bitcoin. For consumers, it could offer more protections and a more secure environment to use, invest in, and trade Bitcoin. And for investors, the Bitcoin Act could help bring more certainty to the market, reducing the risk of sudden regulatory changes. Of course, no piece of legislation comes without its challenges or criticisms. While the US Bitcoin Act has the potential to provide clarity, there are concerns about its implications. Some critics argue that the act could lead to overregulation of the cryptocurrency space, stifling innovation and potentially pushing businesses to move overseas to more crypto-friendly jurisdictions. Others worry that the bill could overly favor large institutional players and create barriers for smaller businesses or individual users. The US Bitcoin Act is a landmark piece of proposed legislation that seeks to bring clarity, regulation, and structure to the rapidly growing world of cryptocurrency. If passed, it could reshape the way Bitcoin is treated in the United States, potentially making it easier for businesses and consumers to adopt and use Bitcoin. But like any regulatory change, it comes with both opportunities and challenges. As Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies continue to evolve, the US Bitcoin Act may represent an important step toward integrating digital currencies into the global financial system while providing much-needed legal and consumer protections. Only time will tell how this legislation will unfold, but one thing is certain. The world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is moving fast, and governments are taking notice. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency legislation, and the future of digital finance. Stay tuned and stay informed.
Welcome back to the No Edits Family Channel. My goal here continues to be to share my world, my family life lessons, and my love for financial education with you. You are worth it. Now, I've got something super important to mention. As you know, creating content takes a lot of time, energy, and resources. And to keep things running smoothly and bring you even better videos, I am asking for your support. If you enjoy the videos on this channel and this video that I created with the help of others and want to see more of this awesome content, consider donating a little something towards the channel. Every donation, no matter how small, helps me to improve the quality, even if it's just $1. It helps me to bring in more creative ideas and make even more fun and informational videos for you. So just head over to the link in the description below, donate. It's super easy and every little bit makes a huge difference. I truly appreciate your support. And yes, you are the reason that I keep doing what I love. Thank you.